Hello everybody, and welcome back to our Hof Bergmann Explained video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the changes to pigs and cows with respect to Hof Bergmann version 1.2. In specific, in Hof Bergmann version 1.2, piglets and calves have been split out a bit from the pigs and cows. First thing I want to take note for you is the addition of this water trigger here at the upper section of the main farm, because we're going to need to use water in the creation of our pig food, because we now have a pig food maker over here by the pig facility. So we have the pig food forage star located right here, and we're going to need grain meal, which we're going to be able to make over at our grain mill. And we've talked about making grain meal in a different video from a while back. We're also going to need potatoes, beets or beetroot, and water in order to make our pig food. But that's only going to really satisfy the food requirements for our larger pigs. If we take a look at the animal food overview screen, you'll see that for pigs, right, normal pigs are going to require pig food or soybeans, various grains, including barley, canola, corn, sorghum, sunflowers, or wheat, and a root crop, being carrots, parsnips, potatoes, red beets, sugar beets, or sugar beet cut. But we also have this section here for piglets. And little piglets are going to require piglet feed. So here we have our new pig area, because the pigs and goats have been split off in 1.2. And inside this pig area, we have two little piglet boxes. Each of these little piglet boxes is going to hold a total of 5 piglets. We have one there, and we have one here. And these 5 piglets are going to require piglet feed. And we have a storage area here for up to 30 bags of piglet feed. Now we're going to find our piglet feed here under the shop, under mods and DLCs, the Hof Bergmann section. We have piglet feed that we can get for $25 for 100 liters. We also have the ability to buy milk powder. More on that in a little bit, but we're going to need that for our calves. And again, we can get that for $25 for 100 liters. We turn on our grow lights, our heating lamps, if you will. And if we come over here, we're going to be able to open our storage dialog, and we can output our pig feed bags. We can go and grab a bag of pig feed and deposit it in each piglet feeding area, just like that. And now if we check our animal screen, you're going to see that we have our piglet rearing box left and right, and we have 100 units of piglet feed inside of here. And these guys are going to eventually grow up into nice sized pigs that we can then take and move them over to the normal pig area. And we have our activation icon for that outside here by the gate. Now, with respect to the changes for cows and calves, on the lower section of the main farm, we of course have our cow barn. And within the cow barn, right, we have the cow area here. On the other side of this door, we're going to be able to buy our cows. For buffalo, outside this facility, the bale storage has moved to this side of the barn. We're going to be able to hold 250 small square bales. And then we have 5 little calving huts. And these huts are going to hold 1 calf each. And this is where our calves are going to kind of start out their life and grow to the next stage. And just for completeness sake, let's go ahead and get 1 of each. We're going to be able to feed our cows, of course, through here, and our straw trigger is also going to be located here as well. And inside of this building that is adjacent to the cow barn, we have our cool room, and within inside the cool room, we're going to have the ability to produce our mozzarella balls, our butter, our cheese, and then here we have our milk trigger to pull milk out here for our little micro productions. And then on the other side of this shed, just like with the previous version of Hof Bergmann, we have our milk trigger to pull out bulk milk. The calves, if you remember, had a section over here. Well, this section is now reserved for your more mature cows. And we're going to feed our calves calf milk. And in order to feed our calves calf milk, well, we're going to have to mix it up with some water. And we have a new mini production located right here to do that. We also have a spigot located here in the cow barn. And we're going to use this little water barrel in order to transport our water to our mixing station. If we come here to our shop once again, under mods and DLCs, we're going to go to the LSFM Farm Equipment Pack. And within the Farm Equipment Pack, we're going to find our barrel trolley for $550. And it's set up to basically hold all the liquids that are available on this map. We're going to walk up to it. We're going to hit E, and we're going to come up to our water. We're going to R to fill. Once we've filled our barrel, 500 liters worth of water, let's go ahead and take it over here to our mixing mini production. Then we're going to overload. While we're overloading that, we do have, again, some pallets over here to store our calf milk powder. We come up here, we can hit R to unload our milk powder. Carry this over to our mixing facility. And once we do that, we can come up here to our button, we can left click, and we can activate. We're going to be able to make a lot of milk powder fairly rapidly here. We're going to take 0.8 units of water, 0.2 units of milk powder to make 1 unit of calf milk. And we're going to be able to make 48,000 units per month. Let's go ahead and feed up, fast forward time a little bit, speed up time. There we go. We have 521 units worth of calf milk. And we're going to use this little milk trolley. We're going to enter that. We're going to walk up to our filling pipe. We're going to fill this full of calf milk. This is going to be an electric vehicle. And as such, you can see we have an electric charging station right here behind me. That should be good enough for this demonstration. So here we can walk this around to our calf igloos. And we'll then be able to feed our calves here at the buckets. So we can hit I to overload. There we go. So our next calf. And so forth. Of course, when we're done, we can make sure that this is maintained a nice good charge. by placing it next to our charging station. And our plug is going to be there on the right side. When we get into the correct position for our charging cable, you'll see we have a pop-up here to say Q, and it will then connect. And we're now recharging our little milk shuttle. Now there's one other cow area here on the map that's going to be located across the street from our main farm area. And if we visit cow pasture A, we have the ability to go into that area. We do have straw storage located here. So we have bale storage. And then we have some nice equipment storage here as well. We have the food trough. And then we also have this area here. This is where our milk is going to spawn in jugs. And of course, we do need to own this area in order to make use of it. I don't own it right now. That's why the triggers are not popping up. And we can buy this for $61,190. So guys, I hope that has helped explain a little bit with respect to the changes of Hof Bergmann 1.2 with respect to cows, calves, pigs, and piglets. Let me know your thoughts down below, what you think of separating out piglets with unique piglet food and calves with unique calf milk that does require mixing from the powder concentrate. Until next time, happy farming.